Hello, everybody.
Hi,
Welcome,
everyone.
welcome. Lindsay is with us today. I'm Nathan. So thanks for joining us for this kind of a last minute, right, Lindsay? Kind of a last minute. We needed to go live today with a couple key things we're excited to talk to people about.
Yes, that's right. We're so excited. Thank you for joining. I can already see we've got some people from New Jersey and California. Hello, friends.
There we go. Yeah, we got Linda Jacobs. Thanks for joining us. Linda, if you're joining us, let us know where you are joining us from so that we can kind of make sure to connect with you. We'll look at putting a couple of those pieces up there as we do so. So thanks for being alive. Lindsay, it is a new month for us. It is September.
I know.
And I think that September kind of like, school was last month, right? A lot of things going on. I know you've got a lot of kids, taking them to school. You've got some little ones in preschool now too. How was that really quick? Because we get everybody joining us. I'm going to ask Lindsay a couple questions and we're going to come back to everybody else. How did last month end up with you kind of getting everybody back in to the swing of things for school?
It was just blissful chaos. It was exciting.
Blissful chaos. Okay.
Yes, just a little bittersweet, a little, excited that they're, learning and growing and have a little alone time to myself. But I have 4 kids and they're in 4 different schools and no drivers yet. So I am driving. I do business calls in my car. But it's been good. It's been good. So, but I'm ready for fall. I'm like, should I buy the pumpkins? Should I get the candles ready? And I've got projects up in my head. Anyway, does anyone relate?
Yeah, that's a good question. Can anybody relate with that? I know the other day you were looking at doing a couple pictures on some things. We're going to do a little bit of some teasing today. So if you're joining us really quick, just to let you know, this is CutterPillar. This is part of Nook and Notion, and this is what we're doing. And we're excited to talk about the Handmade Collective, and we have some announcements that we're going to be sharing today. So if you're joining us, let us know where you're joining us from. And we've got some surprises that we're going to be sharing with you that are joining us today. But really quick, you talked about pumpkins. I know as those join us, I'm asking Lindsay a couple questions because I know she's been doing a few things. Last month was back to school for probably a lot of you. If it's not you, it's your grandkids, your daughters, your children, etc. And you just mentioned pumpkins. Now, pumpkins are not really available yet, right?
Actually, I'll share a quick story.
Share your quick story.
I was looking for some pumpkins for a little something in the works with CutterPillar. And so I actually called from one side of, I don't know, it was like 100-mile span. I was like willing to go anywhere to find pumpkins. And every farm and big place that sells pumpkins, they were like, you know what? You're not going to find pumpkins till September 20th. They were like laughing at me. And I was like, okay. But it's so funny because less than a mile from my house, I have a little Walmart. And sure enough, they had all the pumpkins. September 2nd. So I did find some pumpkins and I'm here for it. Bring out all the festive things. But I just thought it was funny because I was told that I wasn't going to find pumpkins anywhere. And sure enough, less than a mile from my house, I did find pumpkins. So
that's good. I wasn't quite sure if you were going to find luck with that. I was looking at my phone. So last year in October, we go to a couple pumpkin patches. In fact, I went with my daughter and my son-in-law and our grandbaby at the time, took some pictures. And I was looking because you had talked about pumpkins. I was like, oh yeah, that was October. That is pumpkin season, right? So that's good to know. I was thinking, I don't know if anybody else here has like Hobby Lobbies around, I'm guessing they might have pumpkin stuff, so it's costumes, it's time for Halloween and all that.
Christmas is out. Christmas is out.
Oh boy. Yeah.
They don't have
it is. It is here. It is here. In fact, sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I just said, yep, it's upon us. Everyone's got Christmas out already. They don't have like real pumpkins at Hobby Lobby. Believe me, I've hit up every craft store in a 100-mile radius. Anyway, but yeah, so it's upon us. Fall's upon us.
It is. Well, wonderful. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to bring up, we have a couple other people that are letting us know where they're coming in from. Lori Holt, Marion, thanks for being here from Illinois, Central Virginia. Thank you, Carolyn. So Dayton, Ohio, Sharon is with us as well. Bonnie from North Carolina. Hope weather's good there. I have a friend that has a place out in North Carolina. He actually lives here and flies out there, and He says it's been great. He's been golfing last weekend and such. So here's another one. This is just a quick note here really quick. As I go for the artificial to avoid, right, to avoid some of the rotting. So that's interesting. So thank you very much. And then here's a hello as well, visited with Melody yesterday at Madison Quilt Show. So there you go. We are at the Madison Quilt Show. So if you are in the area, stop by and visit the Madison Quilt Show. It's a great show every year for CutterPillar. If you're in that area, it's a really good quilt show that gets put on. So that's a fun one for everybody to do. Well, Lindsay is here because the two of us were going to be talking about and announcing a few things. Lindsay, you brought up Christmas. I have a Christmas item that I'm going to share that has just gone live with a group that I'll announce with this group here also. And then we've got some other things that we've got going on with the Handmade Collective. So kind of our agenda, keeping it pretty short. We're going to talk about the Handmade Collective, what you can expect, what's going on with this Handmade Collective. You might know that this is our third that we've done. We are doing 3 a year. We started back in March. We did one in June. We now have this. This is our last Handmade Collective because we move into the fourth quarter. There's a lot going on. I'm curious to see if anybody's going to raise their hand. Anybody here going down to Houston? Houston's earlier this year, the second week of October. Normally it ends up being at the very end of October into November. We've got some things planned that we'll be doing live. You've got Black Friday, you've got the end of the year, 12 days of Christmas, etc. So we've got a lot going on. We are going to be talking and sneak peeking a few things that have to do with the handmade. And then Lindsay and Karen. So we have Lindsay here. And before we get into all of this, Lindsay, just really quickly, and we're going to share most of this in just a minute, but you guys have part of what's called Sew and Spill, right? Just give me a quick glimpse on what that is that you and Karen are doing.
Okay, awesome. For those of you who don't know who I am, or Karen, who is not here, and I'm so sad, we're kind of glued to the hip. We're always together, but and so it feels very empty without her. But we co-own CutterPillar with our husbands, and we I think in May started the Sew and Spill Society podcast live. We do lots of fun, different projects. We're learning as we go. We spill, hence the name. We spill all kinds of fun stories. It's just a fun hangout. So join us. We try and go live. Of course, we both have families and all the kids, but we try to go live every week around 1 o'clock. Everything should be posted on all of our socials to promote it. So try and watch for those. But yeah, it's been really, really fun. We love this community. We love the interaction that is facilitated during our lives. And it really just makes it just like a cozy, fun outlet for Karen and I and for others alike. So yeah, but is that kind of help? Oh. I think I lost you. Can you hear me? Uh-oh.
You're good. It's me. I'm muted. I'm just talking to myself here. I do that because you can tell I have a little bit of a cold here. So there you go. But yeah, so sorry, everybody there. It's like, dude, we can't hear you, Nathan. There we go. But no, so I know we're going to talk a little bit more about that. We have an announcement that we're going to be teasing. And we've got some stuff going on next week, Wednesday, just ahead of everything the week before Handmade Collective. So let's dive into this really quick, Lindsay. I'm going to bring this up to the side. If anybody doesn't know, or if you've maybe seen a little bit of this with us, you're familiar with our Handmade Collective. Again, we've done this back in March. We did it in June. It is live now. And what is the Handmade Collective? Several of you are here. You might know what the Handmade Collective is. It is a group, and it's where we bring together a whole bunch of different, some of our ambassadors, affiliates, education, amongst other things. I'm going to go to the page here. So how you can find this, if you go to CutterPillar.com and you go to the main page, you can see there's a banner up top. If you click on that banner, it will bring you here, and this is the page. And what we are doing is something similar to what we did back in March, where you can sign up to become a VIP, and there's no cost to become a VIP. And you're going to be able to participate in all sorts of things. So we have 3 days of inspirations, creativity, and connecting with all of the other quilters, all the other sewers, and all the other crafters. And so there's a lot of things happening. Several things happening on day one. We're referring to that as the Wonder and Whimsy Day, which is great. We have day number 2. And you can see that on day one, we're going to have Kim, Amy, and Jen joining us. We also have day two, Casey, Dyclough, and Leslie, who will be joining us. This is part of, we're going to do a little bit more on the project side. Day three, again, this is going to be Friday the 19th. So this is the third day. We're going to be doing several more things with Sandra, Brooke, and Janet. Now, one of the things that's really nice is we have several things. Let me scroll down here. Don't get too crazy. But if you come in here, you're going to find that we have all of our different people that are presenting. And when you click on their name, you can go find and read about them. We put a blog together where you can go read about them and their story and find out all sorts of information. So my recommendation is, again, when you go to CutterPillar.com and you have this main landing page, you can click on the Handmade Collective. That will take you into the registration page. Again, registration is free. So you can register by putting your email and your name in here. And then this will get you involved in some of the free giveaways that we're doing, but you need to be registered for. You're going to be able to participate in all of the live events that we have going on. We also have some extra coupons and some specials for those people that do sign up. So it gives you a little bit of a better discount for registering as well. And then you can go ahead and browse and read all about all of those individuals and all of our wonderful people that are going to be teaching and training and sharing their inspiration. And so there's a blog on every one of these that we've been able to put together that it kind of talks a little bit about what they're doing, a little bit about who they are, a little bit about their background, their history, and you can go to find out more about them on their websites as well. Now, Lindsay, I know that in the past, you've had some time to experience some of the things that these individuals, not these specific people, but some of our people that have been teaching at the Handmaids done. You've done some of their projects or you've followed some of them. Just in general, what have your thoughts been about the Handmade Collective as a whole, as you've been able to experience some of that?
The Handmade Collective is amazing. It's so curated. Our team goes to great lengths to plan this amazing event. And again, this is our third this year, and they are so well received. People rave about them. And yes, we're grabbing some of our affiliates and awesome creators from around the world. Even we've had people from Australia join us and have the segment to share some of their niche and specialties. So it has been so fun to watch and participate in. If you were to go to any kind of event like this in person, it would be thousands of dollars. And this is just a free, awesome event, and it lives on our socials, specifically YouTube. So you can refer back to it. It just gets my creative juices flowing, and I've learned so much. I consider I'm not as seasoned as a lot of you out there, and I've learned so much. It's been so fun, and the interaction and the giveaways are amazing. So yes, don't miss out on this, because I am impressed with all the giveaways. Our affiliates do giveaways. We have awesome giveaways, coupons, discounts. So it's one that you do not want to miss. So mark your calendars. They're really awesome, and I wish I could take personal credit for it, but we have an awesome team that's working behind the scenes.
Yeah, you're right on. There's been a lot of effort, a lot of time put into this from the team members. Everybody's been participating, working overtime, spending all sorts of time to make sure that this all comes together. Now, I'm going to go through a couple questions. Lindsay, I'm going to ask a couple of these. You can share some of your thoughts on those, and I'll help share some of those as well. But really quick, just so you guys know, I'm seeing several people pop in. Eileen says she's already enrolled. Awesome. Thank you for enrolling. Here's another one. Bonnie Kruger, thank you for enrolling. It's very easy. Again, just add your name and your email. It'll get you on the list, get you into the extra drawings. It'll put your name in again for some of the additional discounts that we're going to be sending. You'll get pretty immediately with some additional discounts that you'll get regarding some of the products, and you'll be tied in. Now, one of the other questions in here is a question about, if you're enrolled, can a person access at a later date? So I'll answer this in two ways. The answer is yes, but how you access that, it's pretty easy, is because we live stream this and it lives on YouTube is where it will be. And so we do currently right now, when we do these lives, we push it to Facebook and a couple other platforms, but as well, it will just stay on YouTube. And so you can go under live, and maybe I can go pull that up as we're looking through a couple things here in a minute. In fact, we'll do that. But I know that's been a great thing. It's the same thing where you've done some of your show and spills, right, Lindsay? And those are available for people to watch as well.
Oh yes, all of our sew and spills are on our YouTube channel. So if you have it, if you don't know, you've never heard about our Sew and Spill Society podcast live, we kind of call it a live, a vlog, like craft 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 day, whatever. But yes, you can go find all of those um, previous videos, and yeah, we've got some fun things in the works moving forward, and so yeah, you can access
So
all that. It's all very
yes, so
organized.
I'm going to bring this up to show you guys a couple things. So what Lindsay's talking about again is if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll notice
Mhm.
that there is a live section, and this is where all of the lives that we do are here. And you can see here's the sew and spill with Lindsay and Karen when they do theirs. You can see if we've got some unboxing things that happen. There's things that are scheduled that are upcoming, and there's everything that we've already done in the past that also exists here. So you'll have all of our events. If you look at this is what we did in July, you can go back and see what we did back in March. You'll also see that you'll have the new ones from here when we've streamed them live for the new Handmade Collective that we're doing in September. So to your point, you can go find everything that we've got there along with all of our regular videos. Right now, you can see it showing that we're live because we are live streaming right now. So I just wanted to point that out, that that's where everybody can go. And that's how you can access those things when you're ready later on. So you know. And then I'm just going to bring up a couple other things really quick. So this is one, Bonnie just talked about this. She just says, hey, Bethany and Melody do a great job. They do. Thank you for bringing that up. They spend quite a bit of time on this. Here's a person that also said already signed up for the Elite. Ooh, we're going to talk about this here in just a minute. This is not just VIP. Wendy, thank you very much for signing up. And we're going to talk about what the Elite is and why you might want to consider signing up for the Elite as well, and what you get in addition to the normal VIP. So we're going to talk about that in just a minute here. Here's a good thing for you. This is Linda Jacobs saying sew and spills have been fun, Lindsay. She's really enjoyed that.
Linda, we love you. We see you every time. We love your comments. I just feel like we're like kindred spirits. It's fun because we connect with all of you when you connect and you talk amongst each other. And so thank you, Linda.
Now, here's another question. Do you have to be present for the giveaways? The simple answer is if you've signed up for VIP or Elite, there are some different gifts that we're doing for all those, some prizes that are giveaways. You do not need to be present. However, people have called me Santa Nathan in the past. Okay. And one of the reasons they've done that is because we like to give away a few extra things. So during the lives, we also will be doing some extra live giveaways for those who are participating and joining us during the live events. So that's a little bit of an incentive for those of you who can make it. We'd love for you to be there. One is you can comment, participate, ask questions. And again, we will be drawing from the live participants, but we will also have the bucket of anybody who has registered. We will have, and we'll be pulling from those names. And we actually don't choose those until the day of, so you can continue to register up until that time. But that is kind of how we're going to do that regarding some of the prizes that we're giving away. We got another one saying Elite 2 from Steve. Woo, woo, way to go. And we'll talk about this. And here's another one. Elite's worth it from Eileen. Thank you. Elite is so worth it. And we'll talk about why and maybe get a little bit more. Here's a comment from Linda as well. She said, love the giveaways. Thank you, Linda, for your comments on that as well. All right. So Lindsay, I'm going to bring up something. Last June, here just a couple months ago, we decided to partner with Riley Blake, correct?
We sure did.
Now, did you get into the project or was that Karen?
Okay, I got into it, but not as heavily as Karen did. I am still working on my table runner, but Karen, she's a lot further along, and it was so fun to follow along with Bethany. She went live and taught. I mean, just another amazing thing that we do. She walked through every step every week to put this together, and it was the cutest table runner. Obviously,
but you have one. You decided to get it, right?
Oh yes. Oh, I have one. Yes, I've been working on it, but
and Karen did.
Karen, she's a lot further along. We both have. Yes, we both got the kits. We both are involved. I need to go back and catch up on a couple of Bethany's videos to
some of her videos.
Some of them.
That was fantastic. There was the so long. Melody, for those of you who know Melody, she has the quilting bug. By the way, she was not a quilter. She was really a crafter and had done some sewing. And so I talked to her this last week, And she's like, oh, guess what I did last weekend? I was like, what was that? She's like, well, I saw this cute fabric. And so then I had to buy it. And then I had to go, and it was like 5-inch pieces versus 10. And so she went and did another quilt over the weekend. And by the way, before she bought this Riley Blake kit, she did not do quilting. And so she got into this for the first time.
She, just really quick, Melody made wedding dresses and prom dresses. So she has this amazing talent, and she's done tons of paper crafting for years and years and years. And so it's fun to see her like her newfound love or new excitement for the quilting side of it. So it's awesome. She's a woman of many talents.
She is. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is I'm going to show you a couple of some things right now, because we just opened up, I want to say over the weekend, something new that we're going to be talking about during the event. And I'm going to talk about right now for those who are early to see this. But this is Norman. Love your comment. Norman said, I enjoy the Riley Blake videos, but still have to do mine. So it looks like he's got a little bit of work. If you have the Riley Blake kit, just so you know, we have the live videos where Bethany's has sewn through all of those over a series of videos to help walk you through that. And here's why I bring this up, because guess what? We have live on the site the new Riley Blake mistletoe and holly little Christmas runner kit. So this has just gone live. So if anybody has seen or has known that you've participated in the past, this is one of those that we wanted to connect with them again on to bring in so that we could have something like this as well to do a sew along as part of the holiday. And you mentioned this, Lindsay. You said that a lot of people are looking at doing the Christmas stuff now, right? They're kind of ahead of it. You're starting to see some things coming out. So don't wait, because we only have a limited supply, but we did get these in and they are now available at CutterPillar.com. And if you're going to search for it, I just type in Riley Blake and you can find all of the Riley Blake kits that if they're there. And I'm not going to show you something else because there's something else we'll be announcing next week with Riley Blake as well. But this kit is now available. What are your thoughts on that one, Lindsay?
I hadn't seen it yet, and I'm like over here, like I gotta order mine right now.
You're trying to look at that, like, what is it? I gotta see that. What is going on?
Oh my gosh, I might have to put the other one on hold so that I can do this one because I'm a Christmas freak. Melody and I have that one.
I have to put this on the screen. I got to put this on the screen. So this is Steve. Steve, awesome. I'm in. I already got mine.
I love you,
Way
Steve.
to go. Way to go.
Me too.
Love that, Steve. So thank
What's
you.
the size of that? Can you read me the size? I can't see from my.
The size of this table runner is, and I'll talk about this here. I'll make sure I can just read it. It just says a little Christmas runner kit includes patterns and fabrics for running a tabletop runner. It includes the binding, the fabric, the size here. Let me give you the size. I'm going to read this here. Is an 18-inch by 60, and a kit comes with the solids and the printeds, belly band labels, and the comes in a box that's about 6 by 10 is what you're going to get. So it's an 18 by 60 is the length of the table runner.
That's amazing. And that is, I can already envision my tablescape with a runner down the middle of my dining room table. Festive Christmas tablescape.
So that's so cute. There are limited supplies. We did partner with them to get a limited amount of these in stock so that we could have them for people as part of the Handmade Collective. Now, I know we're kind of into this already a few minutes. I want to get into your surprise in just a minute, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to walk through really quick the registration one more time for VIP, and then I wanted to talk about the Elite. We had a couple members comment on the fact that they've signed up for Elite, and I want to talk about what that is and why you're going to want to do something like that. So let me bring that back up for us. So remember, we were talking about, you can go to CutterPillar.com and on the home page, click the banner at the top. It's going to take you to the landing page for the normal registration. And again, you can say, do I not need to register? Now you can watch it live, but if you do register, there's several things you're going to get. Your name gets entered into a drawing. You get additional discounts. You're going to have early access to pieces and things. We send reminders amongst other pieces that help keep you in the loop with what's going on during the Handmade Collective. But here's the unique thing. Once you register, we have a special opportunity for those who have registered, and we are offering a special unique upgrade if you want to take advantage of this. And so several people here have talked about that they have taken advantage of the Elite bonuses that they wanted to do. And what this does is what we have found in the past. So you know this, Lindsay, think about this. It's 3 days packed full of information, right? half-hour segments, 15-minute segments, back to back from beginning to the end. And you're usually trying to scribble down, you're taking notes, you're like, oh, where was this? Oh, I'll go back in that 5-hour video somewhere and decide where this is. Well, what we decided to do is to bring and package these things in ways that make it easier for those that want an experience that's a little bit different, a little bit more personalized, a little bit more customized. And what we do is those who join the Elite, we don't just have the live videos, we actually provide each individual separately. And they're uniquely pulled out with the discussions and the descriptions from those educators, those ambassadors. We also provide direct access to them and their pieces. And then what we've done is we have a podcast that gets built off of that with the discussion. And we have a fun way of creating the podcast off that segment. We do the transcript, so you get to read and you can just download the transcript from the entire piece. We also run a more of a storyline transcript from that too, which makes it more enjoyable to listen to because we do an audible version, which isn't just the piece itself. And so we also have some additional things that go into this package that really make it easier. Again, what happens is we're excited. Idea 1, idea 2, technique 1, technique 5, and we're like, how do we get back to the time and the point with what we really want to look at? And so we have this exclusive Elite offer that lets you get in and gives you an additional bundle of other things. Now, Lindsay, I don't know if you were able to join. Were you able to join any of the Zooms that were done live after this event last time?
Yeah, they were amazing. It was so amazing to be able to like connect. It's like a celebrity meeting because you get to meet, or you get to be in this exclusive after party event where we were able to ask the creators questions and kind of get a feel, like create a relationship with them. And that was like, I was so starstruck.
By the way, here's your comment. This is exactly what Wendy stated. She actually said the same thing you said. She said the daily Zoom calls at the end of each day were worth it. Now, what this is we give you exclusive access to those during the day that facilitated the courses. And by the way, this is a private session. So not everybody who does the live, we don't just take the live. We actually have a different group where we've asked everybody who presented during the day to come back on like a panel and to share more of their personal stories where you can ask them any question that you want to ask them. And we spend about an hour to an hour and a half with the facilitators for those days. And we do this private live every single day after the event where you get to go join the live with all the other quilters that are part of that, raise your hand, ask the questions you want, and be a part of this exclusive group that's part of this unique experience. So to your point, a very unique way to kind of get this personal touch, like you said, with the celebrities that are there that you get to do. So there's a lot of those fun things that are available as well. Go ahead.
Can I just add that it was so great to be in this like community of other creators and these, the people that join that are spotlighted during the Handmade Collective, but you're hearing questions from all the other people in the room. So you get to benefit, like, sometimes I don't have my questions all organized, and somebody else asks the questions. I'm like, I didn't even think about asking that question, but it's just this awesome big discussion, and you learn from other people viewing it, and of course our creators. So there's just it's a really, really cool event. So
it is. And then I'll bring up a couple other comments. Thank you for sharing your comments for those who have joined this. But just as an example, so this is above and beyond. We've got a great set of opportunities for those at VIP, but if you want to go Elite, in addition to that, you get all of the videos broken out separately. So you get access to those forever. You get those exclusive Zoom backstage passes. First in line, we get this Elite experience. We got additional double giveaways for people as part of the Elite. We do what we call behind the scenes. So there's things that you get to see before, during, and after that we're working on as we're getting through the process. Transcripts, additional networking sessions. We do a couple things before where you get to meet other quilters that are part of this group also. We also have done, and we're creating, like we said, some blogs, some podcasts with each one of those sessions. And so there's several different things that you get if you join the Elite. And then here's Linda Jacobs just said this, wow, the content is well worth the Elite fee. So by the way, what is that? What we have is we have all this value, and what we're doing is for $47, you can upgrade to become an Elite member, which gives you this additional access for just this little bit of additional cost.
That's amazing. I mean, again, like we all know, anytime you go to a retreat and you're just meeting one creator or maybe a few, hundreds and thousands That's amazing. $47. That's done and done.
That's a pretty good deal.
Great.
Yeah. So it's really great. And for those that are signing up early, we've got it normally at 97, half off at 47. So we'd recommend to take that after you've registered. That's an availability for you as well. Now, Lindsay, I know we're getting tight on some time. Lindsay has a couple things she's going to go do. Well, let's talk about this. So I've mentioned, we talked about Handmade Collective. We've got a lot of things going on. There's going to be something we're going to talk about next week. That's a little bit of a sneak peek. So this is a sew and spill piece. So what can you spill for us regarding your sew and spill, Lindsay, that you might want to give us a little bit of a drop on some things that we can be looking forward to next week on Wednesday?
I am so excited about this. Okay, so Karen and I, yes, we've been working kind of secretly behind the scenes on a really fun thing. I'm like, I feel like this is a game. Like you can't say what it is because I want to tease it, and we're going to talk more about it on our Sew and Spill Live next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Come get all the details there. And then we'll have a segment on the Handmade Collective also. So we get to have our own little spot there, and we're really excited. But I might, as I've been thinking about this, a cute little story that I wanted to share. My son spurred on this special thing that we've been working on. To give you just a little bit of context, in April, my son came to me and said, "Mom, every 4th of July we go to this fun like market parade, carnival type thing." And he was like, "Mom, I really want to sell these little bead lizards." Does anyone remember those cute little bead lizard keychains? They were big in the 90s. Well, they're really big right now. They're actually, all these teenagers were buying them. It was really cute. But he was like, "Mom," he's this little entrepreneur. He's like, "Mom, I want to do this market and sell these little beads." And so I had been making this, like, it's a home decor item, and it's very fun. Of course, it involves fabrics. We've used all of our amazing CutterPillar tools for the utmost quality. And so I've been working and making these items for people kind of on a custom basis. But I thought, while I'm going to this market and sitting under this tent with my little 10-year-old selling these beads, why don't I sell, these things? And Karen and I both went to town. Our kids were making beads. We were doing our thing. And it really propelled us to be able to launch something special, handmade, made with love by Karen and I, on the Sew and Spill, through CutterPillar. And so, I mean, without saying any more than that, how does that feel, Nathan? We're really excited about it.
No, that's great. Now, everybody might wonder why. And the reason why we're not telling you more on this is because we can't yet, because we've got a couple things we're working on to go live with by next Wednesday. And all this is in preparation as a precursor to part of the Handmade Collective. And I'll just tell you this, it's been fun to see Lindsay. She called me and she said, "Hey, Nathan, I'm working on these projects, and I'm going to be going to this booth in this event." And we were just talking about what it was, and I was amazed. I was like, "Wow, these are beautiful." We know that they're on point with a lot of the interest of what we have. From, you can think about holidays, you can think about seasons, you can think about celebrations. What she has from a home decor perspective that she spent a lot of time putting together and working on and sewing on, I think is phenomenal. And we're going to introduce part of that along with a new landing page for Sew and Spill on our site next week, Wednesday. Yay. So this is a little bit of a tease that you're going to want to join us next week, Wednesday as well, because this is where she'll kind of drop this, and she'll, with Lindsay and Karen, they're going to talk about what this is, how you can participate, how you can take advantage and access this. They are limited because both Lindsay and Karen have been making these projects on their own, by their own hands. And by the way, we're going to show you some pretty amazing pictures, because there's something that Lindsay did that was crazy, because she decided to do supersized one of these versions, and it's pretty awesome. So I'm not going to tell you more. We're going to kind of keep it with what that is, knowing that we'll have more, because we'll be able to share and show you more of that next week on Wednesday. Karen will be here as well. Karen is at a great place. She's vacationing this weekend. So we're glad that she's able to go do so. We're missing her, but we know that she'll be back, and we'll be doing those things next week, Wednesday. So we wanted to let you know that that's in preface to kind of a little bit more what's going on with the Handmade Collective that we have going on. Lindsay, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Do you have any last questions? And then what I'm going to do with those who are here, I'm just going to review a couple last things that has to do with registration one more time, the Handmade Collective and the Elites. And then everybody who's with me will wrap this up. And then we'll plan on seeing you because we've got a series of lives that start next week as well with everybody who is here. So Lindsay, any last things you'd like to share with everybody before you kind of head out and take care of a few things you've got going on today?
Thank you. No, thanks everyone for your time. Thanks for being a part of the CutterPillar family. We love you. We love your comments. We really, that's what makes CutterPillar so rich and amazing is you guys. So we're grateful for you. Thank you for your time. Come back, see what we have to drop for you guys, and launch something pretty exciting. So thank you, Nathan, for your time. You guys all have a great weekend. Happy crafting, quilting, sewing.
All right. Take care, Lindsay. So stay with me here. I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to share a couple last things with those that are here, answer any last questions that you might have regarding the Handmade Collective. I did want to quickly review again. If we were to take a look at this, this is the CutterPillar website. If you go to the CutterPillar website, you land on this. The Handmade Collective is right at the beginning. Go ahead and click on it. It will take you to the registration page. Okay. On the registration page, registration is free. We are giving everybody access to what we call VIP when you register. Several things that you're going to get, reminders, your name goes into drawings, you're going to have access to several things. You get to see, for example, on this page, what's happening on day 1, day 2, day 3. And really one of the other fun things to keep you kind of on this page is if you look down below, we actually have blogs and listings for each one of the individuals that will be coming on the event with us. And so this is the story, for example, of Kim Dietrich, and this is her story. And so we've done a blog and we kind of highlighted a couple key things. You'll be able to see a little bit more about her projects that she'll be doing. And then again, each one of these, you'll find that sometimes there's a little bit something extra special they're going to have for you. But I just want you to know that it's worth your time to come land on this page. For sure, register. It's free for you. If you register, you're going to find that you then have the opportunity to also take advantage of what we call becoming an elite as part of our elite experience. And this elite experience we just briefly talked about, there are several things that you're going to get access to in addition to this. We do a private Zoom meeting with the facilitators for the day after each day. We record those. We're creating transcripts. We're breaking videos out. We're doing podcasts. So many other things we're also including as part of the elite package during this Handmade Collective that you're not going to want to miss out on. Several people, again, had commented based on some of the things that they've done. Really quick, this is, again, Linda Jacobs had said, wow, the content is well worth the elite. Here's another one. Wendy was just talking about the Zoom calls at the end of the HD, at the end of each day were absolutely worth it. And so again, I just wanted to thank everybody to let you know that this is available. It is live. We're ready for you to go register. It looks like a couple of you have already done this as well. A couple people are saying that I've registered. So thank you very much. Wonderful for everybody. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to answer those right now. If not, this is what we wanted to share with you today regarding the Handmade Collective, officially launching it, letting you know that it's available to go join, sign up, register for VIP. If you can and you want something else a little bit special, go ahead and hook up yourself with the Elite. It's on sale at half off, normally $97 for $47. And then we also did the launch of the Riley Blake Table Runner Kit. So that's right here. We were talking about this is now available. We just put this online also today. So you can go ahead and log on and get that. And then we have more to come. So join us next week as we get back into part of the Handmade Collective and we move into what is September for CutterPillar, Nook and Notions, and hopefully you as quilters and crafters. So thanks, everybody. We appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks.